What if I told you Apple's next iPhone could be the company's biggest mistake yet? Not the biggest upgrade, not the most powerful leap forward, but a bold, risky move that could backfire on a scale we've never seen before. Apple has been praised for innovation, but history shows us one thing. Every empire, no matter how strong, can stumble, and the cracks in Apple's perfect image might already be showing. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you might not look at the next iPhone or even Apple itself the same way again. Apple's rise and the pressure to innovate. Apple's story has always been about one thing: changing the game. The iPod redefined music. The iPhone didn't just change phones, it changed the world. The iPad, the MacBook Air, AirPods, all massive hits. But here's the dark side. Each hit raises expectations. And with every year, Apple faces a bigger question. What's next? Fans don't just want a better camera anymore. They expect Apple to wow them, to create magic. And when you build your empire on magic, what happens when the trick doesn't impress anymore? Apple is no longer the scrappy innovator. It's a giant corporation with investors demanding growth. And that pressure can lead to bold, risky decisions. Some brilliant, others catastrophic. Which brings us to the iPhone we're about to see, the risky decisions. What makes this iPhone different? Rumors and leaks suggest Apple is going all in on radical changes. The removal of physical ports, wireless-only charging, even more expensive pricing, an ecosystem so locked in, you either adapt or you're out. On paper, it sounds futuristic, sleek, bold. Apple has always loved minimalism, cutting away what others consider essential. They removed the headphone jack, and people laughed, then followed. They removed chargers from the box, and the industry copied. But this time feels different. Because each of these moves doesn't just simplify, it limits. It takes control away from the user and hands it to Apple. And the danger is, one step too far could turn loyal fans into frustrated critics. That frustration could snowball, not just hurting sales, but damaging Apple's most valuable asset, trust. Signs of trouble. Let's rewind. Apple is not invincible. Remember the butterfly keyboard? Thin, fragile, hated by users, and eventually, Apple admitted defeat. Remember Apple Maps at launch? So unreliable, people got lost, literally. Or the iPhone 6 Bengate scandal. Each one chipped away at the image of perfection. But here's the thing, Apple survived each of those failures. Why? Because they were bumps, not turning points. But what if the next iPhone isn't just a bump? What if it's a fundamental mistake in direction? A decision that alienates millions of users in one move? This isn't about a small bug or a weak feature. This could be about Apple redefining the future of phones in a way people don't want. The biggest mistake? Here's the core question. What if Apple is about to misunderstand its users? It's easy to assume people will adapt because historically, they have. But people are reaching their limit. Consumers are smarter, louder, and more connected than ever. If Apple pushes too far, too expensive, too restrictive, too controlling, the backlash won't just be noise. It could impact sales, reputation, and open the door for rivals. Imagine if Samsung, Google, or even new rising companies capture the frustration Apple leaves behind. Imagine if younger buyers decide, you know what? I'm not paying for this anymore. That's the kind of shift that doesn't just hurt Apple today, it hurts them for a decade. And maybe, just maybe, Apple is underestimating that risk. What this means for you. Why should you? An everyday iPhone user, or even someone who doesn't use Apple, care about this. Because this isn't just about one company. It's about how your life, your choices, and your freedom with technology could change forever. Think about it. You buy a phone because you want it to work. You want it to be simple, reliable, convenient. But what happens if Apple's new iPhone forces you into buying extra accessories, switching to wireless-only charging, and paying higher prices for less? That means no more borrowing a friend's charger, no more cheap wired earbuds, no more quick, affordable repairs. Suddenly, the phone stops serving you and you start serving the phone. And your wallet? Every bold move Apple makes seems to cost you more. No headphone jack? Buy AirPods. No charger in the box? Buy one separately. Wireless-only charging? Buy the pad. No ports at all. Buy adapters. Each step looks like progress, but also looks like profit. And your choices? They shrink. Do you want to charge your phone the way you want or the way Apple says you have to? Do you own your device, or are you just renting it under Apple's rules? That's the deeper issue here. This isn't just about a phone. It's about control. The future of tech. Here's the twist. This future isn't set in stone, because consumers hold more power than we think. If enough people push back, Apple listens. We've seen it happen. Outrage has changed their direction before, and it can again. The future of the iPhone, and maybe the future of personal tech, depends not just on Apple's decision, but on how we respond to it. So will Apple's next iPhone be a revolution, or the company's biggest mistake yet? The truth is, it could go either way. If Apple nails it, they might redefine technology once again. If they miss, they risk alienating users, losing trust, and handing an opportunity to their rivals. Either way, this is more than a product launch. It's a turning point. And now I want to hear from you. Do you think Apple is about to make a mistake? Or are they about to shock the world again? Drop your opinion in the comments. I'll be reading every one. Before you go, if you made it this far, you're exactly the kind of person I want in this community, curious, sharp, and unafraid to question the biggest players in tech. So please, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with someone who loves tech as much as you do. It helps this brand new channel more than you know. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.